So, last time we picked up with you, you were a butterwee hatchling.
Been a few months since then.
Yeah. It's been, so you started at the beginning of January, and we're now up to the 7th of April? 7th of April. You've missed a login day. You are dead to me. Alright, series over. Bye, guys. Okay, no, seriously.
Not hardcore enough.
How have you been finding things? You're already at level 56. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, I may have missed a login day this month, but I haven't for most of the other months. As you can see, I've been progressing. I know you said not to care about the base at the beginning, but I kind of did anyway, and I'm so glad that I did, because honestly, I would not have anywhere near as much in the way of
Resources?
operator levels. Yeah, resources if I hadn't.
To be clear, when I said don't worry about the base in the beginning, I genuinely just meant, like, don't worry about it today when you start. Absolutely want to be leveling the base. I just can't help you with that, because all I would have done is tell you to do basically what I'm seeing on screen now, which is build 4 and 2 and get everything as high level as you can. I just make sure that the trust building slots are filled out. Oh, hang on, let me see if I've got a clue 3 for you.
I've been missing that clue 3 so long. Look, people gave me these the day that I finished this, and it's got 1 day left.
Hold on, let me see if I got it. Oh, someone gave me a clue 5. Here's the clue 3. There you go. I had it the whole time, apparently.
Holding out on me.
Oh, for fuck! I just gave away my clue 5 that I needed to finish my... Come on.
Pinball missions, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I never really got around to finishing that Annihilation, and 4,000 ambience in at least one dorm. I probably could do that. I've got plenty of the furniture parts. I'm just not really bothered.
Yeah, the issue with that one is you need to actually upgrade a dorm to level 4. Which
yeah,
I've only recently done that for all my dorms, so it's just expensive.
Campaign missions. It now wants me to get a level 5 control center, so again, that's just getting base parts. I've got 3 things at level 3, well, not including the dorms and the workshop apparently. Oh, don't look. This is all absolutely terrible. I'll show you what they look like. Like, it's just cluttered with rubbish. This one down here is just as bad. This one actually looks relatively okay, but is still cluttered with absolute rubbish.
You know, you can okay, well, you know the Jessica event, did you get all the furniture from the store on the Jessica event?
No, I did not. That was the stuff that I didn't care about.
Because I was gonna say, if you got all of that, you'd be able to get the remaining ones from the store and then just have a 5,000 ambiance thing just good and ready to go.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I went for all of the upgrade resources. I think I was just missing one of the... I can never remember what they're called, but the purple metal thing, and like 3 aura rocks or something like that. It was around about the time... if you remember, I was telling you I was just plowing through them to try and get robots. It was around about that time that I got it.
I see.
I'm also so sad because I didn't realize to start off with that I had to keep it below a certain time limit to get the robots. So it gave me the robot tag once, and then I put it to 9 hours, and then it didn't give me a robot, and I was so confused.
Yeah,
that's what started the whole robot spam. And that's why I now only have 3 recruits left.
Okay, so where are you up to in the story?
I've got to 5.5 and I've got to 9.4. I'm
oh, okay, yeah, because you can jump ahead a bit earlier than that. And have you stopped for any particular reason going through the story, or is this just as far as you've had time to get to?
Mostly because I started focusing other things. The Jessica event, I just did a ton of, and I, at one point, was just trying to get, well, honestly, it's materials. I've been trying to get things leveled in terms of operators, which is why I now have 4 at E2, which I'm
really
super happy
healthy.
about.
This looks really, really healthy.
So I've got Meteor as my primary sniper.
Oh, damn! You've got a module and a mastery on her already as well.
Yeah, I've got a module, I've got a mastery, and probably the wrong ability, but this one seemed to be from because when you get her to E2, you can do what's it called? The paradox simulation. And I started off with the first ability on it, and you can't clear the paradox simulation with that first ability. You have to use the second ability.
So
I was like, I guess the second ability is better in certain situations. So I've focused on that one because I figure if I get that one higher, in the times when I'm going to be using it for more AoE type purposes, I'm going to want that one to be specialized.
So the paradox simulations are designed in such a way to where you can only beat them if you use like one of the active skills. So for great example of this is Blaze. Her main skill, the only skill you ever use on her is her skill 2, which is an AFK skill. It just charges all the way up and then goes. You cannot beat her paradox simulation with that skill because it's designed to be beaten with the third skill, because they don't want you to just set and forget her and that be the paradox simulation, right? You've got to work it out. There's got to be some timing to it, that kind of thing. For this reason, not every paradox simulation is going to show what the best skill is. Meteor's best skill is her first skill.
Okay.
Obviously, as the paradox simulation points out, there are certainly some instances where you would rather have her second skill, but in the real world, you would just bring another operator instead.
This has been a pain for me, coagulating gel. Anytime I need coagulating gel, I just can't get it right now. Because I need to basically go through the store.
It's a resource that was introduced later on, and obviously the only units that use it are units that needed to be used later, right? Or like released later, sorry.
Up to 26. I could have sworn there was some that I got from here. No, that's not it, although that might turn into it.
It doesn't, no, the cutting fluid is something different. But yeah, you do get some tier 3 mats in here that you can't otherwise get. Honestly, the rewards for IS are so good. Like, so good. For free, all this shit?
A lot of credits, yeah. That's a decent part as to why I'm so healthy in terms of my operator levels. I mean, 30k a pop, and these monthly things giving...
yeah, they give such good rewards as well.
Yeah, the contract rewards. I've done every one for IS2 at this month. I'm waiting for that to reset. I don't know when it does.
So the IS2 and IS3 ones won't reset. It's only the latest one that resets, and then when they release a new one, all the old... So when they released IS4, all the monthlies for IS3 became permanent and you could select them. Whereas last month for IS4 was, I believe it was Thorns last month.
No, it wasn't Thorn. It was I can't remember what they're called, but they had deployables.
Magellan.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, it was Magellan. Yeah, no, you're right. So yeah, Magellan.
You can tell I've been doing that a lot.
So once IS5 comes out, you'll see all the months, and it'll be Magellan, Typhon, blah, 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 going all the way down. So
yeah, I'm 18 on this, nearly at 25. I just want the free characters. I want all of the operators.
I recently found out, by the way, she's the tallest woman in Arknights, at least playable.
I see.
Don't ask me how I found that out. I just did.
Also, I'm just going to complain here. Why is IS3 harder than IS4? It's just wrong.
Well, they realized IS3 was a mistake, so they walked it back.
If I focus by rarity, I've managed to get lucky with one pull, which was Swire the Wit. Swire the Elegant Wit. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I haven't really done anything with it at all. I don't like the DP cost every 3 seconds characters that much. So even though I've leveled J to quite a respectable E1, level 1, and like full rank 7 on the skills, I don't tend to use him that much. I did get Lee. I can't remember how I got Lee, but again, I've done nothing with him. That one's more of a recent find, and again, Gladia's one that you get for free, but again, I've done nothing with.
Yeah.
I've heard that can be a bit broken, but because I've not got the levels in it yet. Haven't really messed with it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of mad that most of your 6 stars are specialists. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But you're making do with a lot of these 5 stars here. I mean, got Lapland at E2, which is huge.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been using Lapland near enough every other mission. Very versatile, very good damage. The silence is useful for so much. Anytime I have to worry about those spiders, now I don't.
Yeah. Yep.
Black Knight, I've been enjoying quite a bit. Again, in a lot of my playtime has been in IS, so having that, can be in ranged, can be in
melee.
Can be in melee with the blocker. Just something to pull aggro as well, because those ranged units in IS, man, they hurt. They hurt like hell.
And her summon, the fact that it can heal itself, I take her a lot in IS as well, because having just this thing that can just take aggro, can block something and just bring itself back over and over, and I don't have to worry about losing an op. Meanwhile, I'm still gaining a lot of DP. Yeah, she's really, really good.
Still on the path to try an E2 Firewatch. I needed more dual chips, and now I need more money, and
everything else.
Everything needs coal. So much stuff needs Loxic coal. That's why I've kind of focused on some more of the 4 stars, actually. Managed to get Bubble to E1 Max. I'm gonna get them into E2 as soon as I can find more coagulating gel. It all comes back. It always comes back.
Your natural enemy.
And look, more Loxic coal.
Events give you so much resources, but it's very focused. You get everything you get from the shop, and then there's that one tier 3 map that you can just get a crap ton of over the course. Grindstones, right? If you've been doing a lot of the Jessica event, you've got a decent amount of grindstones.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, though. I had 3 of those left that I could get, and 1 of these that I could get still, but the event just ended just before I managed to get those last ones. Yeah. Aside from that, I got tons of stuff from the event. Look at that number of Oryorok cubes. That's very satisfying.
You will never have enough cubes.
Yeah, I know.
It's really sad. Oh, you have the thing to upgrade your base to level 5. If you scroll to the right. There, that. Next to the Akaton.
Oh, yes, the keel.
So you can just go upgrade your base right now. I think that's all it takes. Oh, unless you need a certain number of buildings upgraded first.
That's exactly it. I need 10 level 3s. That's what's been holding that back at the moment.
Have you been using Myrtle much?
I went through a bit of a phase. I started off not using her at all. I heard about how she can be very broken from yourself, obviously. And then I sort of leveled her up to E1 Max, then used Healing Wings a fair amount and found that it was too slow. Found out later on again that I should probably be using the first ability instead. Used her a bit again. I use her every now and then. I wouldn't say it's a constant use. I think once I get her to E2, it'll be a bit better. But at the moment, I just find that I need the extra block.
Yeah.
I have a horrible habit. I use Vanguards for way too long instead of just swapping out to a defender pretty much straight away, as soon as that is a thing that I can do. But that's just because Flametail is my, only 6-star that I've pulled early on and gotten to E2. So I just want to maximize use out of Flametail. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm very proud. The Design of Strife event I have not touched at all. I say that. That's technically a lie. I tried it once on the Trauma Intervention T1, and it went terribly.
Yeah, so
I haven't tried either of the other ones yet.
This is an event really, really designed for late game accounts who've got a lot of heavily invested units. It's the kind of thing where I wouldn't really expect you to be able to get much in the way of rewards from it, just from a lack of ability to clear. How does that make you feel as a new player coming into the game, that there's content that you just simply can't do because you're not caught up?
It's a little bit disappointing, not gonna lie. It's, you know, I see these come up, they're right in the front page, you know, banner, here's something new and shiny, and then I try it, it goes, oh, it's not for me. But equally, because I'm catching up, there's so much other stuff for me to do still, and there are events that I can still do quite a bit of. I mean, this event, the Jessica event, I got right the way to the end of the first one. I gonna be honest, I did miss doing CV8, but that's not because I wasn't entirely able to do it. It's more because I was just spamming through the other missions, just getting the shoddy fuel. Here we go. Yeah, 3 pentahydrate that I could have gotten, 1 hour unblock. We look through the rest of it.
Didn't bother with module materials.
All of this.
Sense, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't bother with the data supplement sticks or any of that. Got all of these. It's a ton of resources that I'm just gonna plow through at some point. But for now, it's just nice knowing that I have that. And look, sold out locks at coal.
Yeah.
Why wasn't there more? I need more.
I always want more LMD from these things. Like, oh, 500,000 LMD. Great. Where's the rest? I need more. I need so much more.
Oh, I mean, for me, that felt like so much because I'm not used to having a lot of LMD. I go through it so quick, just trying to get things to a higher level. Yeah. I was a bit worried at one point because there was a little bit where I go sort by level instead. Yeah, I've focused on a few units over here, but I've also sort of maxed a lot of things to E1. Obviously, I got these guys up because you can do a lot with the low cost rarity units, and I figured out that if I do that, then it gets me a bit more, more options, and also it's more pulls because you get, it's only like 100 originite or maybe 200 originite from doing the paradox simulations, but it's still more originite.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, well, we've got a bit of an idea of where you're at account-wise, but let's see where you're at as a player. Why don't we hop into the latest story stage that you have access to?
Oh god, I'm gonna be honest. This one was a bit of a wall for me. I've done this like 2 or 3 times when I'm struggling with this quite a lot, and I haven't really touched it since. And that was a little while ago because that was just before the Jessica event came down.
Yeah.
And then I've done nothing but the Jessica event, so I've completely forgotten everything about this stage, apart from the fact that a lot of things just wander around this circle here.
This is a perfect time to do it then. If it's a stage that's been giving you a bit of trouble, let's get it on camera, let's see your thought process, and I can help out if needs be.
Okay, let me think of what I want as a team here. I'm going to just completely clear it all and start from scratch. So I'm gonna take Flametail because I never don't take Flametail. Yeah. I probably take Courier just for having the extra block. It's probably not needed for this stage, but actually I'm gonna go look at the map again.
Yeah.
So we got about 4 ground slots that I'm going to care about 4 air slots I'm going to care about, and these 2. I should probably make sure I've got something for those as well, just in case. Okay, I have a bit of a better idea of what I want now. So I'm going to take Lapland. I'm going to take... actually, I'm probably going to take Melantha as well in this. As much as I do love Akafuyu, in this particular situation, I'm going to be putting them near to where the rest of the squad are, and I'm going to be using that just for the extra damage. Now, I'm going to need some solid healers for this one, I remember that much. So, Silence, I've got pretty high up. I'm going to take Perfumer just for the constant healing from the passive. Just hit as many people as I can with that. Podenko, again, it's one of the few characters that I've gotten to E2, and I found that they've been indispensable. I'll take Amiya for some more magic damage, and I'm going to need some snipers for those air units. So we'll take Meteor, and I'm probably going to take Firewatch again, just because it does some decent damage, is a ranged unit. It won't necessarily prioritize the drones, but that's some AoE, and if I remember right, I'm going to need that AoE for this mission. So let's get Asgen in there. It's not technically AoE, but it's practically AoE. That's the way I think of it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically not AoE, but you're still using it for the same reason.
Yeah, and I'll take Gitano. Again, need more AoE.
Okay.
I am going to take a support unit on this one as well, just because I feel like I'm probably going to need it. Now, that Typhon with the correct skill, which I don't think this one's on the right skill, I think I'd want it on skill 3, but that Typhon with the correct skill, I'm pretty sure would help me obliterate a lot of the trouble that I've been having with this stage.
Okay, let's
give it a shot. Okay, so first guy's gonna go there. I'm just getting Vanguard down as soon as possible, just so I can start ticking that extra DP. Actually, we're gonna go with Asgen here. Oh dear, we've made mistakes. Mistakes have been made.
I was a little concerned about that.
It's very clear that I do not remember already a lot of stuff. This is another reason why I like Lapland. It's just such a great fallback.
We actually didn't take any defenders.
That was probably a mistake. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Relying way too much on vanguards.
Very range focus. Though, luckily these beefcakes are running around the stage quite a bit, so maybe you'll be alright.
Yeah, my intent here is to try and deal with them whilst they're all in that middle section. As long as I can keep these people alive, which might be a little easier said than done.
You do have with the way bomb drone on the far right there as well.
Yeah.
Maybe replace one of your units so that you can have them. Never mind.
That's fine. Because what I'm going to do is going to set up a few more over here now.
Okay. Yeah, gravel would be really good on the stage to bait the bombs.
You're not wrong. That would be a good idea. Like I said, I didn't really remember about the bomb drones though.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, there's a reason we're doing practice mode first, right?
100%.
You should use, yeah.
See, I already have it.
Well, shut up, I can understand what I'm not wanted. Ooh. Tano. I think you got it now.
Yeah, it's alright. I don't need to worry too much because that has cleared the main threats from there. That was not good though. Yeah, really need the gravel for those bomb drones. I'm actually just going to stick down Malantha to clear that one right now.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much you done.
Yeah, considering how much trouble that was giving me before, I'm really happy with that.
And to be honest, you didn't even need Typhon. You didn't really do anything.
True.
Alright. Well, I suppose you've probably upgraded your units quite a bit since last practice as well, right?
A couple of them have definitely been upgraded quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I mean, Flametail wasn't E2 last time I tried this, nor was Meteor, which means that Meteor was probably dying to those bomb drones, whereas there managed to survive on a sliver.
I'm curious as to what my my auto deploy for this was. Let's go to X1.
You could almost say that I bombed that stage for a couple of weeks.
What auto deploy look like? Oh, I had some fucking kick-ass units at this point.
Oh man. The rest of the people can they see this?
Yeah, they can see this.
I'm just saying. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Oh. Clearly, I was so much more skilled at this stage.
I mean, to be fair, I have Meteor here, alright? So there's that similarity. And these units wouldn't have been anywhere near as leveled as you're looking at them now, obviously. Because that's the nice thing about the auto deploys, obviously, is they will change the levels and stuff to keep up with you.
I'd be mad if they didn't.
Yeah. I mean... I reckon I could beat this with...
Something that I do really like about going back to some of these auto deploys is just there's one which I don't remember which stage it is, but it was one of the earlier bosses. It was Kingslayer.
Oh, Crownslayer. Oh,
Crownslayer, because you jumped over a unit. I remember that much.
1-8 maybe?
Would it be 1-8?
Because there's no boss in.
Yeah, 1-8. It was a while ago that I saw this, but yeah, it was 1-8. I remember I placed gravel down here after I panicked as she jumped over my unit for the first time. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Put down gravel. Doesn't even make it that far now.
Alright, let's see. Crownslayer just stands there for a second. Oh,
yeah.
Well, so much for her.
Crownslayer is just gone. Absolutely no need for what's coming up in just a minute. There's gravel.
She just wanted to hang out, you know?
Yeah, just having some fun. And there's Fang for the second one.
Oh, your units are getting low. Better put down healer.
Yeah. Gotta have that Ansel. You never know if Melantha might die. Crownslayer's coming back round.
Brilliant.
It's just interesting seeing some of those early stages and going, huh, I panicked so much and I didn't need to.
Well, at the time you probably did. Alright, so just before we start wrapping things up here, the last thing I'm curious on is how much of the side content have you gotten around to doing? The side stories and the intermezzies?
Okay, so I've been going through them a tiny bit, not as much as you might think, but basically I've just been going, let me get the side character, get the other character, and I've just been getting every operator and then stopping there pretty much. Ultifera Navis, I've gotten to SN5.
This event is so... brings back nightmares.
Honestly, I've had a lot of fun with it. I very much like what they did, where you've got the sort of do some choices, these little side bits. A lot of the time, because I started off skipping the lore, I still skip the lore. But every now and then with Stultifera, I don't. I'm doing it now because we're recording.
Yeah.
But
so I joke. Stultifera Navis actually might be my favorite event they've ever done. I had a lot of fun with Stultifera Navis. But wait until you get to some of those later stages and try doing them without a tutorial. Even with a cracked box, it's like hair ripping. Oh, look at that! The best unit they ever introduced to the game. Crazy that.
What, Whislash? Yeah.
Well, hang on.
No, I think I mean Frostleaf. Sorry. So my current project is Nightmare. I'm a big fan of anything which can do damage and heal as well. So
as evidenced by Podenko.
As evidenced by Podenko. Although, funnily enough, I've rarely used the heal ability on Podenko. Mostly, I've used the AoE silence.
I mean, it's such a good skill. That's the thing, because it also is res
it's
shred.
Damage. It's slow. It's silence. It's just great. I don't think it has res shred. I could be wrong on that.
I could also be wrong because I don't actually have a level, but I thought she did.
No, slow silence and just does arts damage every second.
Talent do?
Talent is just more more attack to all support operators.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I must be confusing her with someone else. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the game up to this point? How have you been enjoying it?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. There's been a couple of times where I sort of dipped in and out, not stopped playing. I sort of powered through when I got a little bit bored. There was a bit of time before I had really done any of the IS stuff. I didn't really try it at all towards the beginning. Just didn't have the characters. Before I got to that, I was starting to dip a little bit, but I was powering through because I knew it was going to get better. I could see the potential there. And, you know, you put so much work into a thing, you want to see the fruits of
your labour.
Exactly, the fruits of labour. and I'm glad that I have, because it's been a lot of fun. Now I'm starting to get to the point where I'm actually able to do some of the higher stuff. It's really paying off. Like, starting to get things to E2. I don't really need to worry about putting any more levels into these characters. I've kept this account entirely free, just so that I can say that, I've gotten to this stage. Yeah, entirely free to play. I might be tempted to put a bit of money into some things later on, but right now, just so that I can say, anyone who's watching, this is what you can do with a free-to-play account, and it's quite a lot.
And this is in 3 months, and it's not like you've been sweating the game all day, every day, right? Like, you work the same.
Oh no. I have a day job. I'm not spending all my time on this. I'm basically using the sanity for the day, and then I'm logging off. Pretty much been it for the most of the time. I'm obviously using the potions and everything, but it takes up a little bit of time. I don't need to focus on it entirely. If there's been a day where I've been like, I really just don't feel like it, it's fine. It's easy. All you need to do, go do your drills, go do some of these things.
Yeah.
Gets you some resources, and you just come back the next day. Doing that is enough to complete all of your daily missions. You don't really need to worry about it. And then when you feel like you have more energy, you've got all these potions that you can use, and then you can have a decent time and spend a bit more time on it.
Exactly. And, that's one of the nice things about Arcanites is it really respects your time. It doesn't really punish you for missing out on stuff or taking breaks or anything. Alright, well, thanks for sharing that. It's been really great catching up on your progress, and hopefully when the Virtuosa event comes out, probably the next time we'll be doing something, we can go through the event together and sort of just get you properly involved, like any player who's been playing for a long time would be.
100%. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I would like a bit more progress in Design Strife. I probably will try it again. I should really get back to doing some of those Annihilation things, because I know that I can do them now. The game tells me I can do them now, but I've honestly just been farming it for the Arundum and just leaving it as is. This, Lungmen Outskirts. This was my first attempt at Lungmen Outskirts, and I got so damn close. Look at that, 20 units.
Bad.
20 units, 22. But I was just short. Chernobog, I don't know what's up with Chernobog. I tried that like 10 times, and I'm still stuck on that.
So we'll get that sorted for you, because getting that 1800 Arundum limit unlocked sooner rather than later obviously is ideal. You get more Pokemon currency every week. So
Absolutely.